Welcome to Biztech's Personal Finance Show. Today we explore the topic of robo-advisors. And here to give us insights is Kelvin Lei, the CEO and founder of AQUMON. AQUMON is a robo-advisory firm based in Hong Kong with a mission to bring professional wealth management services to every individual. Now, they utilize an algorithmic data and machine learning approach to provide clients access to a diversified global asset allocation. Now, Kelvin, welcome to the show.
Yeah, nice to meet you. It's my pleasure to get into business tech.
Kelvin, perhaps you can start by giving us an overview of what AQUMON does.
Yeah, AQUMON is a quite unique digital wealth management platform. We established the company 5 years ago in the library of HKUST in Hong Kong. And now we empower every investors in technology, especially in the algorithm part. So in Hong Kong, I think we are #1 in terms of users to provide the retail clients digital wealth management platform. And also we are working in GBA area as well. And we provide institutional wealth tech system to the large like bank, insurance companies, and other like a securities house as well. And we also have asset management part that is also powered by our centralized algo team. In these past 5 years, I think we reached a lot of milestones. And now we almost empower like 1 million users across GBA area, and we are going strong from here.
Now, so Kelvin, essentially you have both a product and service portfolio that covers individuals as well as institutionals and professional investors.
Yeah.
Could you kind of walk us through your product offerings to these segments?
Yeah, in the 2C part, actually, we are building a super app. We started from robo-advisor, that is using ETFs as underlying to do global asset allocation. That's 5 years ago when we started the company. And nowadays we have this very comprehensive investment app, including wealth management, which have the global asset allocation over the 5 years of track record, and also a thematic stock portfolio using like different hot topics such as ESG, global rates, and also we have securities trading, like you can trade A shares, US stocks, Hong Kong stocks in our app as well. So this is the super app. Everyone who would like to do long-term asset allocation, also to invest in some of their favorite stocks, they can do this investment in our app. And 2B part, that's another different kind of story, because we are using our license. We are licensed in Hong Kong, type 149. Okay. We provide algorithm in the system of robo-advisor to connect it with the large institutions. For example, CMB Mainland Bank, which is one of the largest commercial banks in Hong Kong, and they use our service to provide the long-term asset allocation to their end clients. And we are using their mutual fund whitelist, which have like almost 1,000 mutual funds authorized by SFC. And we developed the algorithm to do the asset allocation. And this is a quite exciting system. Every one of their clients, almost 500,000 users, can get access to the asset allocation faster advice day by day, and just one click they can do the execution.
And who's the team behind this? Because obviously you've grown a lot in the last 5 years. Who is your core management team, and really that must be part of your secret sauce for growing to be the #1 in Hong Kong?
Yeah. That's exactly. Because our DNA is quite different from the other robo-advisors or other fintech companies. My background is I came from the traditional investment bank. I used to work in Credit Suisse, Deutsche Bank in fixed income department as a sales and trading. And my co-founder, Dr. Huang, he is a PhD from mathematics, and he used to be the experts in AI investment. And we together have this company born in the library of HKUST, and the DNA is to do the research. We are not, the DNA is not to do the trading or the other things. It's doing the research of how to use algorithm to do asset allocation. So at this moment, we have 150 talents in our company. 46% of them have the degree of master and PhDs. And we have the largest algo team in Asia, to be honest. We have more than 50 people working in this area. And we have more than 20 PhDs from STEM background, from computer science, mathematics, physics, this kind of major. So we have the ability to build everything from our own perspective. For example, we have our own big data center. We have write all the backtesting framework. We have the optimizer that is using our own talents. So these things is quite makes us quite special compared to the other competitors.
And what are your key advantages to the individual investor itself? Because obviously one of the key pieces behind a robo-advisor is the lower fees compared to traditional. What are your fees like in Hong Kong?
Yeah, the fee is quite transparent and very, very low compared to the traditional wealth management. For example, in Hong Kong, our threshold of investing a global asset allocation using 10 to 15 US listed ETFs is only like $1,000 US, and the fee can be as low as 0.4%. So, wow, and okay. We don't charge any other fees. For example, we don't charge any commissions because we are also a broker. But when you invest in this portfolio, we don't charge any commission, zero. So you only pay 0.4% to get your long-term asset allocation portfolio. For example, from this year, YTD till August, our aggressive portfolio of global asset allocation reached almost 12% of return, but the fee is pretty low, and you can get 100% of transparent portfolios positions and real-time performance.
Okay, so you're number one in Hong Kong. Give us a sense of who your clients are on the institutional side as well as the individual side in terms of profile.
Yeah, actually the client's profile is quite unique. We are targeting those clients who is the average is like 33, and the average investment amount, for example, from our own platform is around like 150,000 Hong Kong dollar. Okay. And for the institutional ones, for example, one of the banks who is our clients, their client average investment portfolio can reach almost as high as 400,000 Hong Kong dollar. So this is the new kind of digital wealth management in the future, and the people is getting started to know how it works. And since the market is quite volatile, but the return is pretty good, so people are keep on like putting more money into this system.
Kelvin, do you see that? And this just came as I'm just speaking to you, because of the opportunities and the way you structured your portfolio. If I'm a smaller family office, I would want to work with you. Do you work with some family offices as well?
Yes, of course. In the very beginning, we only cooperated with very large institutions such as AIA, insurance company, BOCI, Huatai. Those are huge brokers, and China AMC, very large, very large asset managers. But nowadays, we cooperate with a lot of family office as well, because we have this system that can help those gatekeepers to select the best global allocation portfolios, and also in some tactical strategies. For example, if they want to have some like exposures in A shares, and we have this enhancement in the index of the CSI 300. And I see, especially this year, we connected with a lot of family offices in Hong Kong and also in China. And then we are looking forward to go to Singapore and Malaysia as well.
Okay, so that's then your expansion strategy, Singapore and Malaysia.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Now, what sort of timelines are you looking at in terms of going into these markets?
AQUMON have had a Singapore office back in 2017, but because of the COVID-19, we didn't expand it as fast as I thought. But I think after this kind of vaccine and the travel open up, we will go to Singapore to get the license and to expand our business there.
Okay, and you mentioned Malaysia as well. What are your plans there? Are you going to partner with people first, or are you going to work get your license directly and start that way?
Yeah, actually, the way we go into this market is we start to cooperate with some large institutions. We are talking to some very top tier securities house in Singapore and Malaysia, and we want to empower them with our robo-advisor as a service, this kind of system to let them have the robo-advisor function in their bank's app. And the next step is we may get the license to provide our service to the retails.
Okay, and in terms of strategy-wise within the Singapore and Malaysia markets, are the strategies going to be the same as Hong Kong? What is your approach going to be? Because as you said, Singapore-wise, you're going, and Malaysia, initially, it's going to be partnering with large institutions. Mm-hmm. What about the retail strategy? Because one of the things that's going to happen is this, in terms of these two markets, there's already a lot of players.
Yeah. Exactly. I think AQUMON's specialty is that we not only have this 2C product. I do see a lot of players in Singapore, right? Endowas, Stashaway, Safe, and they all are doing this 2C product. And
correct.
I know Singapore is not a huge retail market, and they all come to Hong Kong. But AQUMON is quite different. We are not only do business in 2C part, but also we are a huge provider in the 2B part. We are number one in Hong Kong. Also, we do business in mainland China. That's a completely different kind of story to have this huge market. And our DNA is that we have this capacity to cope with the large institution. That is not easy, okay. Right? We talk to the biggest clients. We talk to SFC, HKMA, and everybody need to sign off on our new system. And we have conquered all the difficulties to help them build up the very comprehensive system. So in Singapore and Malaysia, we also see this opportunity because our DNA and our strengths is quite different. We can meet their requirements to get the ticket to get into the bank's app. So maybe
Kelvin, who do you normally compete hardest with and win business from for large institutions? Who are your big competitors, 2 or 3 competitors?
Actually, we have we have this beauty competition each time when the large want to like have this new system. I don't want to disclose the name, but for example, in AIA and the CMB case, we rank number 1. That's why we signed the clients. So I think the unique part of us is that we actually have this license, and also we have this very large like algo team, which the other company don't have.
And also one of the things is, if you look at the Singapore market in terms of how the wealth management business as a whole is growing, it's just stunning because people are moving, of course, away from Hong Kong and relocating to Singapore. And to give you an idea, Kelvin, just in the last 12 months, more than 200 family offices have opened in Singapore.
Yeah, exactly. That's a huge opportunity for us as well. So that's why we think family office is one of the largest clients we're going to have. That's why we want to go to Singapore, because in Hong Kong, we connected with a lot of family office already. And these gatekeepers, they are looking for some solutions, especially digital solutions for their clients as well. And we have some very unique tailor-made strategies for the family office, especially in global certification and in some AI factory investment. And also the execution part, we can do it in a very intelligent way. So I think Singapore is of course going to be one of the hub of the wealth management in the world, and that's the opportunity is.
Now, any final thoughts you want to leave us, Kelvin, before we end the show?
Yeah, I think we are one of the pioneers in this industry in digital wealth management, and we truly believe in that. In the future, everybody deserves a digital wealth manager, right? And in this world now, Futu and Robinhood, they have done a great job to lower down the threshold to get young people, get more people to get into the capital market to do stock trading. But what's the next big move of fintech, right? I'm always thinking about this question. I think digital wealth management is going to be the next move, because in this platform, not only you can do the stock trading, but you also can do your investment through the algorithm. And from AQUMON's platform, if you invest in like more than 10 months, 90% of the investors has a positive return. So this is very powerful, and I truly believe in there should be more companies, good companies with algorithm coming up to catch this wave. And I'm hoping AQUMON can go to Singapore and Malaysia to expand our business as well. Thank you.
Thanks a lot for your insights, Kelvin.
Yeah.
Now, we've been speaking to Kelvin Lei, the CEO and founder of AQUMON, on Biztech's Personal Finance Show. Now, this video will be on our Facebook and LinkedIn sites, as well as our website, www.biztech.asia. Please like and subscribe to our various platforms. Thank you very much for tuning in.